Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jason's broken heart. Cyrus is prepared to attack. According to General Hospital spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks, February 10th to 21st, Jason Morgan will be devastated, and Sonny Corinthos will be in greater danger. There will be a lot of exciting activity taking place across Port Charles as Cyrus Renault is also prepared to attack again. During the week of February 10th to 14th, Jason Morgan would argue with Tracy Quartermaine after his travel back from Germany. Jason will essentially caution Tracy not to believe anything she learns from Drew Quartermaine, even though the chat will center on Sasha Gilmore Corbin's baby daddy. Jason and Sasha are scheduled to meet later. Jason would acknowledge that Sasha was correct to ask Michael to allow her to raise the child on her own, as it appears that they had a conversation. But Michael also wanted to be near Sasha and watch over her. Michael most likely asked Jason to come home and watch over pregnant Sasha for him because that can't happen right now while he's recovering in Baden-Baden. As this plot develops, Sasha will be taken by surprise. Thus Jason would advise simply letting everyone assume he is the father because they already do. Depending on how events with Willow Corinthos turn out, it would safeguard Michael's chances of obtaining custody. Willow will consider if she really wants to proceed with her divorce. Will Willow's broken heart cause her to reconsider her marriage to Michael? Or is she prepared to put it behind her? Speaking of broken hearts, Jason ought to experience one as well after learning the most recent information regarding Sam McCall. Jason and Danny Morgan will meet, and Danny Morgan will probably urge his father to obtain vigilante justice. Jason might find himself in a difficult situation if Danny puts pressure on him to remove Cyrus from the map. Jason will want to hold Sam's killer accountable, but it seems like Alexis Davis will tell him not to. Jason can get a warning from Alexis not to lead by example and risk going to jail. Jason will have a lot to consider because Danny can find himself feeling bad if he asks for Cyrus to die, and it does. Christina Corinthos Davis will stop Ava Jerome's cunning plan. Christina will step in, even if Ava tries to derail Sonny's custody fight or steal time with Avery Corinthos. We'll see if Ava enrages Christina or someone else though, because she will still lose it later. In any event, Ava will soon get an offer that she might not be able to turn down. An alliance with Jen Sidwell may be necessary because Rick Lansing will be concerned about what Ava is getting herself into. Jordan Ashford will intensify her attempts to defeat Sidwell, but Curtis Ashford will feel uneasy about her strategy and will express his concerns. More mayhem is on the horizon, even if Sonny will receive some good news, possibly regarding the custody dispute. The reason for this is that Sidwell is pursuing Sonny, who is probably becoming too intimate with Sidwell's ex-lover. It's only a matter of time till they run into each other in Port Charles because our judge predictions indicate that Natalia Ramirez is Sidwell's ex-wife. As they begin their scheme to destroy Drew and Willow's romance, Carly Spencer might formally announce her alliance with Nina Reeves. Jocelyn Jacks will have to provide an explanation when Carly and Jack Brennan go out later that evening. In the course of her inquiry into Cyrus, may Jocelyn get caught somewhere she shouldn't be? If Carly gets upset about Jocelyn putting herself in danger, Brennan might act foolish. Cody Bell will apologize somewhere, so he might finally calm down and tell Sasha that he's sorry for leaking her private information. Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor are about to enjoy a very exciting Valentine's Day together, and if Kai has his way, it might conclude with a kiss. Carly and Drew might take some chances in their plot against Drew over the week of February 17th to 21st. We'll see what Nina wants to plant in Drew's new home, and whether it leads to Drew's takedown, as Nina mentioned having access to it. Additionally, Elizabeth Baldwin will be in grave danger because Cyrus has made her his next target. Cyrus will soon be prepared to attack, but Lucky Spencer will stop at nothing to keep Liz safe. Sonny will have to watch his back because Sidwell was probably the enemy responsible for the penthouse explosion. Sidwell may grow angrier at Sonny's developing relationship with Natalia the longer he remains and spies on her. Sonny will face danger from several sources, including the possibility that he will pass out before a pacemaker can be installed. Stay tuned for some surprises and setbacks over the coming 2 weeks, according to General Hospital spoilers. Every time he sees Lulu, Dante thinks about Sam. It's been difficult for him to go forward when all he wants to do is go back, according to General Hospital spoilers. Naturally, Dante is the subject of our conversation because he has made it apparent that whenever he sees Lulu, he thinks of Sam. For all the information you require, continue reading below. General Hospital spoilers. Every time Dante sees Lulu, he thinks of Sam. While Dante shares his complex emotions with Chase in the most recent episode of General Hospital, Alexis couldn't contain her anger over what had happened to Sam. Far though he and Lulu had a great relationship so many years ago, he is aware that his relationship with Sam was far greater. Dante is unable to let go of the past, despite his desire to do so since it is the right thing to do. Anyone who has been listening would already be aware of how much he misses Sam. Fans of General Hospital have undoubtedly expressed their opinions on the issue in great detail on social media. Oh man, Dante has been through so much. I feel bad for this guy. Some people have even said in their comments, was Sam's death truly necessary for you to do this? Dante is the only thing exciting here, observed another critic. I do prefer Carly with Jack than anyone else she has dated in a very long time. Sam will come to mind whenever I see Lulu. And I also wish that Lulu wasn't Lulu. Spoilers for General Hospital. What will happen to Dante? There was also the following comment. Feel for Alexis losing it after learning that Sam was murdered. It's no surprise that whenever Dante looks at Lulu, he thinks of Sam. He is now more hurt by her murder. I'm fed up with Carly's ignorance regarding Brennan and the bullshit he tells her. Fans of General Hospital will of course just have to watch to see what happens next. Does Robin return to town after learning about Sasha's pregnancy? According to General Hospital spoilers, Sasha Gilmore Corbin was excited about the prospect of starting a family, a large one at that. Now that she has people who actually care about her on her side, she can feel a sense of security that a pregnant single mother may learn to depend on. Recently, Sasha has experienced some unexpected events that have left her questioning how so many people were interested in her personal affairs. She is also fed up with defending her personal decisions in private life when it comes to her child on board. Even if everyone around her is starting to irritate her, would she be open to having her half-sister, Robin Scorpio Drake, visit? We certainly would. Spoilers for General Hospital. Sasha and Robin are strangers. Sasha just learned that her father is Robert Scorpio. She was immediately thrust into a world she had never experienced before, one that her mother, Holly Sutton, had stolen from her. Her close buddy Maxie Jones is now her cousin, adding to her already large family. Oddly enough, so has her ex-boyfriend Cody Bell. Robin, Sasha's half-sister, is the only person she has not yet met. Is this the right moment? Jason plays his part in GH spoilers. It's possible that Sasha is unaware of Robin and Jason's past relationship. That was a long time before Sasha arrived in town. However, it appears like Jason will assume the position of Sasha's baby's substitute father until Michael Corinthos is able to take over. Does that imply that he will tell everyone he is seeing Sasha, or will some important individuals deserve to know the truth? Carly Spencer won't be among them as we can assume, but wouldn't it make her very angry if Robin was? Spoilers for General Hospital. Some fans are waiting. Many long-standing GH fans are still waiting for Robin and Jason to get back together. Despite the rumors that Jason's role as Sasha's baby daddy will eventually lead to a meaningful relationship between them. Without her husband Patrick Drake, Robin has visited the city on a number of occasions throughout the years. Is it okay for Robin and Patrick to separate off-screen now that Emma Scorpio Drake is an adult? Chris McKenna of General Hospital discusses replacing Charles Measure as Jack Brennan. Charles Measure, who played Jack Brennan on General Hospital, recently announced his departure from the serial opera in a surprise casting decision. Additionally, the show revealed that Chris McKenna, a soap opera veteran, will be taking over as the WSB agent this week. Charles Measure chose to leave the role of Brennan, JH said in a statement provided to Soap Opera Digest. We hope he succeeds in all of his future pursuits. With Chris McKenna in the part, General Hospital is eager to carry on Brennan's fascinating plot. McKenna will make her GH debut in the episode that airs on Tuesday, February 4th. In a recent interview with TV Insider, he discussed how he got the job, his new role in Port Charles, and what fans can see from Jack Brennan going forward. General Hospital spoilers. The background of Chris McKenna on soaps. Having portrayed Joey Buchanan on One Life to Life from 1990 to 1993, McKenna is no stranger to daytime drama screens. In addition, he had a brief appearance on The Bold and the Beautiful in 2016 and played Detective Mark Harding on The Young and the Restless from 2014 to 2015. McKenna tells TV Insider that the hiring process for JH went very swiftly. Late on a Sunday night, I received word that I was to chemistry read with Laura Wright Carly Spencer at the request of Frank Valentini, executive producer, who was also the EP at OLTL, he said. I know Laura, but I hadn't seen her in 30 years, so I said, well, of course I'll be there, McKenna continued. On a Tuesday, he entered the studio, ran into Wright, caught up with him, and received good luck wishes from the actress. When Valentini told McKenna, "You were not this good when you were 12, he felt quite good about the situation. Fans may remember that McKenna last collaborated with the executive producer on OLTL, when the actor was just 12 years old. Nevertheless, McKenna tells TV Insider that as soon as he stepped onto the GH set, he felt very much at home. A few of the writers knew me from One Life to Live when I was a kid and said so, he discloses. He continues, it's great to have Frank back on set, and one of the cameramen, Bruce, was my favorite guy and one of the cameramen on One Life to Live. It was wonderful to see him, even though I had no idea he would be there. Gary Tomlin, one of the filmmakers, was present. GH spoilers. Understanding Jack Brennan's ins and outs. McKenna was excited about the fast-paced atmosphere and learning lines upon lines, something that has been ingrained in him since he started watching soap operas at such a young age, even though it has been a long time since he was on one. I'm still learning who the guy is and figuring it out, but it is a lot of fun to get a chance to have a meaty character like this, he told TV Insider, expressing his enjoyment of getting to know the Jack Brennan character better. Will Brooke Lynn see Sasha's pregnancy as a chance to adopt a child? According to General Hospital spoilers, Sasha Gilmore Corbin unintentionally became pregnant. The last thing Brooke Lynn Quartermain anticipated having to deal with within her own house was that, given that her husband Harrison Chase is unable to father a child with her, she is currently lamenting the loss of what may have been. When Sasha has been trying for months after finding her lifelong spouse, why is it so simple for her to accidentally become pregnant after a one-night stand? Brooke Lynn may focus on the goal, Sasha's child, while she wrestles with the truth of that query. Will she perceive Sasha's unexpected outcome as the blessing she has been waiting for? Spoilers for General Hospital. Misery enjoys company. Brooke Lynn is at the center of the heartbreak that is now raging in the Quartermain mansion. She is coping with the heartbreaking fact that Chase's infertility prevents them from becoming parents together. She is devastated by this change of events, and motherhood now seems more distant than ever. In the meantime, the household's tension and agony are increasing. The horrific death of Sam McCall has left Dante Falconeri in sorrow, and Chase is just as heartbroken as Brooke Lynn. Sasha's unplanned pregnancy sticks out like a beacon while everyone attempts to deal with their own personal misfortunes, emphasizing the sharp contrast to Brooke Lynn's bad luck. GH spoilers. Hint that Brooke Lynn Quartermain may go crazy. As she continues on her current emotional roller coaster, Brooke Lynn may find herself obsessively focused on Sasha's pregnancy. The fact that Sasha, who wasn't even preparing for a child, became pregnant so easily could make Brooke Lynn worship the scenario, viewing it as a way to satisfy her desire to become a mother as well as a stinging reminder of what she can't have. She might start to obsess with Sasha's unborn kid, directing all of her hopes and desires onto it. Her desperate need to become a mother may cause Brooke Lynn to act in ways that are not in her best interests or the best interests of others, pushing her into unknown behavioral territory. Spoilers for General Hospital. An upcoming scandal. By suggesting to Sasha that she and Chase adopt the child rather than Sasha rearing it alone, Brooke Lynn could go too far in her grief and obsession. This could be interpreted as a means of shielding the child from the father, particularly if the story shifts to Jason Morgan posing as such. This proposal would surely come as a shock to all those concerned, but it would originate from a place of intense pain and a distorted sense of opportunity. The idea would probably make Sasha, who is still adjusting to the sudden turn her life has taken, shudder. A scandal that upends the foundations of their familial and interpersonal relationships could result from Brooke Lynn's action. Asking Sasha to give up her kid, especially under such emotional pressure, would reveal a disturbed and erratic side of Brooke Lynn, which could cause her to become estranged from her loved ones. Jason's torn heart. Cyrus ready to strike. Jason Morgan's emotional turmoil. Jason Morgan has never been a man to wear his emotions on his sleeve. A life entrenched in the mob world forced him to be cold, calculating, and prepared for anything. But even the most hardened warriors have weak spots, and Jason's heart has always been torn between duty, loyalty, and love. As he finds himself at a crossroads, his emotions threaten to destabilize him at the worst possible time, when the ruthless Cyrus Renaud is gearing up to make his next move. Jason has always prided himself on being the protector, the enforcer, and the man people turn to in times of crisis. However, after returning to Port Charles following a long and complicated absence, he finds himself struggling with deeply personal conflicts. Sam McCall, the love of his life, has moved on. Carly Corinthos, his closest ally, is navigating uncharted waters. And Britt Westbourne, the woman he once shared a strong bond with, remains an enigma. As these relationships pull him in different directions, Jason's heart is left raw and exposed. But the danger looming over Port Charles demands his full attention, something that's becoming increasingly difficult with each passing day. Cyrus Renaud's brewing storm. While Jason battles his inner demons, Cyrus Renaud is plotting his next attack. Having once terrorized Port Charles with his brutal and calculated schemes, Cyrus is now poised to reclaim his power. Despite his previous defeats, his hunger for control has not waned. He has spent months in the shadows biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. With Jason's attention divided and Sonny Corinthos occupied with his own battles, Cyrus sees a golden opportunity. He has quietly been re-establishing his network, making deals in the dark corners of the city, and securing alliances with those who are desperate or disillusioned. Jason, the one man who could truly stand in his way, is not at full strength, and Cyrus knows it. The whispers of a new drug operation have begun to circulate, one that threatens to bring a new wave of violence to the streets. But more than just territory and business, Cyrus wants revenge. Jason and Sonny were instrumental in dismantling his empire, and now with Jason's vulnerabilities on full display, Cyrus is ready to strike where it hurts the most. The battle for control. As the tension escalates, Jason must find a way to focus. He cannot afford distractions, yet his heart continues to pull him toward conflicts that blur his judgment. Sam, despite having moved on, still holds a place in his heart. Their shared past makes it impossible for him to fully detach, even when he knows it would be the best course of action. Carly, now entangled in mob politics more than ever, needs Jason by her side. The trust between them is unbreakable, yet their relationship has evolved in ways that make things even more complicated. The lines between friendship, loyalty, and something deeper are growing thinner by the day. Meanwhile, Britt's reappearance in his life reignites feelings that he thought had been buried. Her ability to see past his stoic exterior makes her a rare confidant. But can he allow himself the distraction of love while the city is on the brink of war? Cyrus' strike is imminent. He is aware of every fracture in Jason's world and intends to exploit them. If Jason is not careful, he may find himself not only losing control of the streets, but also losing the people he holds dear. Every decision he makes in the coming days will determine the future, not just for himself but for everyone caught in the crossfire. A dangerous game. Port Charles is a city of power struggles, and Jason is no stranger to high-stakes battles. But this time the battle is more personal than ever. As he fights to maintain his composure, the weight of past regrets and uncertain futures presses down on him. Can he regain his focus in time to stop Cyrus before it's too late? Or will his torn heart leave him vulnerable to the attack that's lurking just around the corner? The clock is ticking, and the next move belongs to Jason. If he hesitates for even a moment, Cyrus Renaud will not hesitate to strike. Dante thinks of Sam each time he sees Lulu. In the intricate tapestry of human emotions, memory and association often intertwine in ways that are both profound and inexplicable. The simple act of seeing someone or something can trigger a cascade of thoughts, feelings, and memories, transporting us to moments long past or to people who have left an indelible mark on our lives. This phenomenon is at the heart of the statement, Dante thinks of Sam each time he sees Lulu. At first glance, the sentence appears straightforward, but beneath its surface lies a rich narrative waiting to be explored. Who are Dante, Sam, and Lulu? What binds them together in Dante's mind? And what does this recurring association reveal about the nature of memory, love, loss, and the human experience? To fully unpack the depth of this statement, we must first imagine the characters and the context in which they exist. Dante, Sam, and Lulu are not just names. They are representations of relationships, emotions, and experiences that resonate universally. Dante, the central figure, is a man whose life has been shaped by his connections to others. Sam, whose presence lingers in Dante's mind, could be a friend, a lover, a family member, or even a version of Dante himself. Lulu, the catalyst for Dante's memories, is someone whose presence evokes Sam in Dante's consciousness. Perhaps Lulu resembles Sam physically, or maybe her mannerisms, voice, or even her essence remind Dante of someone he once knew intimately. The relationship between Dante and Sam is the cornerstone of this narrative. To understand why Dante thinks of Sam when he sees Lulu, we must delve into the nature of their bond. Were Dante and Sam lovers, separated by circumstance or tragedy? Were they childhood friends who grew apart, but whose connection remains unshaken by time? Or was Sam a mentor, a guiding light in Dante's life whose absence left a void that Lulu inadvertently fills? The possibilities are endless, but what remains constant is the emotional weight of their relationship. Sam is not just a memory for Dante. Sam is a part of Dante's identity, a thread woven into the fabric of his being. Lulu, on the other hand, exists in the present, yet she is inextricably linked to Dante's past. She may be unaware of the effect she has on him, or perhaps she senses the echoes of Sam in Dante's gaze. Lulu could be a new love interest, a colleague, or even a stranger who unknowingly stirs something deep within Dante. Her role is not to replace Sam but to serve as a reminder, a mirror reflecting the emotions and memories that Dante carries with him. Each time Dante sees Lulu, he is transported back to moments shared with Sam, reliving the joy, the pain, the love, or the loss that defined their relationship. The act of remembering is a powerful force in human psychology. Memory is not a static entity. It is dynamic, evolving, and deeply personal. When Dante thinks of Sam upon seeing Lulu, he is not merely recalling facts or events. He is re-experiencing the emotions associated with those memories. This phenomenon, known as emotional memory, is what makes certain associations so potent. A scent, a sound, or a face can trigger a flood of feelings, transporting us to a different time and place. For Dante, Lulu is the key that unlocks the door to his memories of Sam, allowing him to revisit a part of himself that he may have thought was lost. But why does Dante think of Sam specifically when he sees Lulu? The answer lies in the concept of transference, a psychological phenomenon where emotions and expectations from one relationship are projected onto another. In Dante's case, Lulu may embody certain qualities or characteristics that remind him of Sam. Perhaps she shares Sam's smile, their laughter, or the way they carried themselves. Alternatively, Lulu may represent an idealized version of Sam, a symbol of what Dante wishes Sam could have been, or what their relationship might have become. Whatever the reason, the connection between Lulu and Sam is strong enough to evoke a visceral response in Dante, one that transcends logic and reason. The recurring nature of this association suggests that Dante has not fully processed his feelings about Sam. Whether Sam is absent due to death, distance, or the passage of time, their presence continues to loom large in Dante's life. Each encounter with Lulu serves as a reminder of what once was and what could have been, forcing Dante to confront unresolved emotions. This cycle of remembrance and reflection can be both comforting and painful. On one hand, it allows Dante to keep Sam's memory alive, preserving their bond in his heart. On the other hand, it may prevent Dante from fully moving forward, trapping him in a loop of nostalgia and longing. The relationship between memory and identity is another layer of complexity in this narrative. Dante's thoughts of Sam are not just about Sam, they are also about Dante himself. Our memories shape who we are, influencing our perceptions, decisions, and interactions with others. For Dante, Sam represents a pivotal chapter in his life, one that has left an indelible mark on his sense of self. By thinking of Sam when he sees Lulu, Dante is not only remembering Sam, but also reaffirming his own identity and the experiences that have shaped him. In this way, Lulu becomes a conduit for self-reflection, a means for Dante to understand himself and his place in the world. The theme of unrequited or unresolved love is another possible interpretation of this scenario. If Sam and Dante shared a romantic connection that was never fully realized or was cut short, Dante's thoughts of Sam when he sees Lulu could be a manifestation of his lingering feelings. Lulu, in this context, might represent a second chance, a new opportunity to experience the love that Dante once had or desired with Sam. Alternatively, Lulu could serve as a painful reminder of what Dante has lost, highlighting the contrast between the past and the present. In either case, the emotional tension between Dante, Sam, and Lulu creates a poignant narrative that explores the complexities of love and longing. The passage of time is another critical element in this story. Time has a way of altering our perceptions and memories, blurring the lines between reality and imagination. For Dante, the memories of Sam may have become idealized over time, shaped by the lens of nostalgia. Each time he sees Lulu, he is not just remembering Sam as they were but as he wishes they could have been. This idealization can be both a source of comfort and a barrier to healing. It allows Dante to hold on to the beauty of his relationship with Sam, but it may also prevent him from fully embracing the present and the possibilities it holds. The role of Lulu in this dynamic is equally significant. While she may be unaware of the impact she has on Dante, her presence is a catalyst for his emotional journey. Lulu represents the intersection of past and present, memory and reality. She is a living, breathing reminder of the power of human connection and the ways in which our relationships shape our lives. Whether Lulu becomes a part of Dante's future or remains a fleeting presence in his life, her role in triggering his memories of Sam is a testament to the enduring nature of love and loss. The narrative of Dante thinking of Sam each time he sees Lulu also raises questions about the nature of closure. Can we ever truly move on from the people and experiences that have shaped us? Or do we carry them with us, allowing them to influence our thoughts and actions in ways we may not even realize? For Dante, the act of remembering Sam through Lulu may be a form of coping, a way to keep Sam's memory alive while navigating the complexities of his own emotions. It is a delicate balance, one that requires introspection, acceptance, and ultimately, the courage to embrace both the past and the present. In a broader sense, this scenario speaks to the universal human experience of memory and association. We all have our own versions of Dante, Sam, and Lulu, people and moments that linger in our minds, shaping our thoughts and emotions. The connections we form with others are not easily forgotten. They become a part of who we are, influencing our perceptions and interactions in ways that are both subtle and profound. Dante's story is a reminder of the power of these connections, and the ways in which they continue to resonate long after the moments themselves have passed. Ultimately, the statement Dante thinks of Sam each time he sees Lulu is a poignant exploration of the human condition. It captures the essence of memory, love, loss, and the enduring nature of our relationships. Through Dante's experiences, we are invited to reflect on our own lives and the people who have left an indelible mark on our hearts. Whether we find solace in our memories or struggle to reconcile them with the present, Dante's story reminds us that our connections to others are what make us truly human. And in the end, it is these connections that give our lives meaning, even as we navigate the complexities of love, loss, and the passage of time. Brooke Lynn Quartermain has always been a character filled with ambition, passion, and at times impulsivity. Her journey on General Hospital has been marked by ups and downs, often dictated by her desire for success, love, and family approval. As she continues to evolve, the possibility of Sasha Gilmore's pregnancy may present an unexpected opportunity for Brooke Lynn, one that could fulfill a deep-seated longing for motherhood, while also entangling her in yet another complicated situation. Sasha's pregnancy, a new twist in Port Charles. Sasha Gilmore has been through unimaginable heartbreak. From losing her first child, Liam, to battling addiction and mental health struggles, Sasha's journey has been one of resilience and survival. If Sasha were to find herself pregnant again, it could stir a mix of emotions, excitement, fear, and uncertainty. Given her past, she may hesitate to embrace the pregnancy fully, fearing another tragedy or questioning whether she is truly ready for motherhood. At the same time, Brooke Lynn may view Sasha's pregnancy as an opportunity, one that she never expected but might see as fate intervening. Brooke Lynn has never hidden her love for children, and while she has put her career first for most of her life, the idea of having a child has lingered in the back of her mind. Could Sasha's pregnancy be the answer to her unspoken prayers? Brooke Lynn's desire for motherhood. Despite her strong exterior, Brooke Lynn has a deep longing for connection and family. Her tumultuous history with Chase, her clashes with the Quartermaines, and her ongoing battle to establish herself as a successful songwriter have all played a role in shaping her identity. However, there's a softer side to Brooke Lynn, one that craves stability and unconditional love, something that motherhood could provide. After the heartbreaking experience of pretending to be Bailey's mother during the Peter August debacle, Brooke Lynn got a taste of what it meant to be a parent. Though the situation was based on deception, she developed an unbreakable bond with the child and experienced firsthand the joys and responsibilities of motherhood. Losing Bailey when the truth came out was devastating for her, and she has since struggled with the void it left in her life. If Sasha were to find herself in a position where she felt unprepared or unwilling to raise a child on her own, Brooke Lynn might see an opportunity to step in, not out of malice but out of genuine love and desire to give the baby a stable home. Sasha's dilemma. To keep or not to keep the baby? Sasha's emotional and psychological state would play a huge role in whether she decides to keep the baby. Having already endured the trauma of losing one child, she might be terrified of history repeating itself. Additionally, if the pregnancy were unplanned, she could feel overwhelmed by the weight of responsibility, especially if she lacks a strong support system at the time. Gladys, Sasha's former guardian and someone who has betrayed her in the past, would undoubtedly have opinions on the matter, but Sasha's recent struggles with autonomy suggest she would want to make this decision on her own. However, if she finds herself unsure of her ability to raise the child, she may consider alternative options, including adoption. Would Sasha willingly give her child up for adoption, knowing the pain of loss all too well? Or would she feel pressured by circumstances to make a choice that might later haunt her? The ethical dilemma for Brooke Lynn. If Brooke Lynn does see this as an opportunity to adopt Sasha's baby, there are significant ethical concerns to consider. Would she approach Sasha with genuine support, allowing her to make a choice free of pressure? Or would she let her own desires cloud her judgment? Brooke Lynn's past has shown she's capable of scheming when it benefits her, but she has also demonstrated growth and empathy. If Brooke Lynn were to pursue adoption, how would it affect her relationship with Sasha? Could it strain their friendship? Or would it forge an even deeper bond between them? Moreover, how would other key players in their lives, such as Chase, Nina, and the Quartermaines, react to such a development? Possible reactions from Port Charles residents. Chase. As Brooke Lynn's significant other, Chase's reaction would be crucial. Would he support her in this endeavor, or would he feel that she's overstepping? Given his background in law enforcement, Chase values ethics and honesty. If he suspects Brooke Lynn is manipulating the situation, it could cause tension between them. Nina Reeves. As someone who has lost a child and recently reconnected with her own daughter, Willow, Nina might have a unique perspective on this situation. She could advocate for Sasha to keep the baby and encourage her to embrace motherhood, rather than give the child up for adoption. The Quartermaines. Brooke Lynn's family has never been short on opinions. Ned, Olivia, and Tracy would all have something to say about her adopting a child. Would they support her? Or would they worry that she's taking on more than she can handle? Maxie Jones. As someone who also faked a pregnancy and has experience in complicated family dynamics, Maxie might be able to offer Brooke Lynn some wisdom. She could either encourage Brooke Lynn to tread carefully or support her fully in her desire to adopt. A path forward. Potential outcomes. There are several ways this storyline could unfold. Sasha decides to keep the baby. Despite her fears, Sasha might find the strength to embrace motherhood again. Brooke Lynn would have to accept that while she may have longed for a child, this was not meant to be her opportunity. However, this could lead to Brooke Lynn considering other avenues for motherhood in the future. Brooke Lynn and Chase adopt the baby. If Sasha ultimately decides that she cannot raise the child, she might see Brooke Lynn as the perfect person to step in. This could lead to Brooke Lynn and Chase embarking on a new journey together, strengthening their relationship and giving them a new purpose as a family. Sasha and Brooke Lynn co-parent. Perhaps rather than a full adoption, they agreed to a co-parenting arrangement. This would create a unique and sometimes complicated dynamic, but could also lead to an unconventional but loving family structure. A custody battle ensues. If Brooke Lynn becomes too attached to the baby and Sasha has second thoughts about giving the child up, a dramatic custody battle could emerge, leading to heartache and legal complications. Conclusion. A storyline rich with emotion. Whether Sasha's pregnancy leads to an adoption storyline or not, the implications for Brooklyn, Sasha, and the people around them would be profound. This storyline would allow for deep character exploration, emotional performances, and intense drama, all elements that make General Hospital so compelling. Brooklyn's desire for motherhood, Sasha's fears and past traumas, and the ethical dilemmas surrounding adoption would all come into play, making this a must-watch storyline for fans of the show. No matter which direction it takes, one thing is certain: emotions will run high, and the bonds between these characters will be tested like never before.